Want to see a card project made with leftovers? Hey everyone, it's Cathy Zielske. Welcome back to my channel and the craft/dining room. On a recent live stream, I made this cute card. I said I wasn't going to do anything with the leftovers, but then I saw the leftover panel and thought, that's a shaker card waiting to happen. So today I'm going to share that project made with leftovers. If you want to see that card, stick around. It's coming up next. Here are the basic supplies that I'm going to use for this leftover card. Now this is the leftover piece from a card that I made in a recent live stream. I've got this wonderful little eclipse design, and when I was making it, I think I made some reference to, you can make an extra card, but I'm not going to. Then I thought, you know what, this is done so nicely, I'm going to. So I'll be sure to pop a card right up there if you want to check out that video. But these are the basics, and I'm going to make a very simple shaker card. So let's get started. So I've got my panel here, and I think I am going to leave this as is, just so that it's easy for me to put the foam tape on the back. So this is 5.5 inches by 4.25, and I'm going to save the little center of the O. And what I'm going to do is take this piece of acetate to create my window, and I've got a little bit of score tape here, and I will just tear it and line the back to hold that window in place. And I think I'll even put a little right in the centers here, and that, just to hold it very secure. All right. Then I'll just release all the backers off this tape so that I can adhere my window panel. I can do it. There we go. All right, so I've got, for a minute there, I'm like, wait a second, is that the same? I almost thought I had it on. We're on the right side. Okay, take your acetate and just line it up right on top. And that creates our window for our hello. And I will put this piece in later, but what I'm going to do next is take my foam tape. Now you could get really fancy with this if you wanted to. I don't, but like you could go, I figure that's probably enough. You could divide each section and then have multicolors in each section, but the idea of me making a leftover is to make it really simple. So I'm going to take my foam tape, fold it in half like this, and that is going to give me a little bit of dimension for my shaker. It's just a very quick way to do this process. I think I'll just go cut. You don't have to cut it, but for me it's going to be a little easier. And what I want to do here is just make sure that the folded part is on the outside, because that's going to be stickier. So I'm just going to go like this. Okay. Turn it. Place that right here. And I'm staying back a little from the edge because I don't mind if my sequins slide in. This is going to serve as the whole piece that's going to lift up and support, so I don't have to add extra foam. I think that'll be good. And the last piece, oh my goodness, it's so sticky. I'm going to just butt that right there so I know that I've sealed that closed, and right there. Now I need a piece of cardstock. I think I'm just going to use white cardstock for the back of this. You could use any color. You could cut strips and make it multicolored. You could get very fancy, but we're not going to get as fancy as we think. But I need to cut a backer before I fill in with my shaker mix. So I'll take this shaker mix. I think this is really pretty. It's just this lovely sequin mix, which I will have linked below because I'm not sure right now what it's called. And I'm just going to kind of spread some of these in. You'll see more of it at the bottom, of course. You know, I don't want this to be totally full. I want it to move and have a little freedom, and, you know, but I think that's pretty. Pop that down and seal it. Like that. Okay. And now we have a hello that has just enough shaker in it, so it's not too much, right? This is going to be a very sort of minimal card. I probably could have put a little more in there, but I really, really like how that looks. Let me get a card base. I don't think I'm going to put the center in there because I like that you can see a little more of that. Do you know what I mean? So let's get our card base ready. I thought it would be cute to have a pink note card for this, just because there's that nice little bit of pink inside. So I grabbed some dull pink cardstock from Simon Says Stamp, and I'm going to score this at 4 1/4. Fold this down and give that a good press. And now what's kind of fun is you're going to have a pink card but a white topper. So I don't know, I'm just trying some things, something different here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to place this right in the corner. Actually, let's zoom out again. Place this in the corner. Then I'm going to take some liquid glue and just go all the way around. You can use any strong adhesive for this. Liquid glue works fine because it will adhere, right? And just give it enough so that it'll hold to your card base. I like to use my Score Buddy for this just so that I can make sure to get this right in the corner where it needs to be, like that. Okay. And now because I use the liquid, I can do a little bit of wiggling if I need to, right? But then you have a pink note card. I don't know. I think that's, it's not usually what I do, but I was thinking it could be kind of cool. All right, so I've got my shaker fill here. It's very nice and cute. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the same pink and I'm going to stamp a greeting from the coordinating stamp set. So let me get my Misti. And I think, hello, I think something like let's catch up soon would be good. Or just wanted to say, I don't know, let's catch up soon. I want something a little bit bigger than the greeting I did the other day because that was a lot simpler, right? Let's get you out of the way for now. And pick that up like this. And I will powder this up with my anti-static powder, like that. I think I'm just going to use a white powder for this. And I've got some Simon Says Stamp watermark ink, clear embossing ink. I didn't even wipe the stamp off to prime it, but I think it will be okay. Let's just give that a little transfer there. And I'll stamp it twice. Oh, that stamped great though. Look at that. Okay. And bring it down, same place, and press. Let's grab my little folded piece of paper. Just let that sit. Oh, that looks good. A little bit more. That looks good. Funnel this back in and brush a little away up here. Got a little more in. It's very, very humid today. And, but it's not hot enough to turn on the air conditioning. And it actually is pretty nice. But sometimes I hate those days because when you're paper crafting and doing stuff like this, it can get kind of mucky. All right. So now this looks really nice, and I'm going to take sentiment label dies, get my tape back out here, and I'm going to cut this out so I can make a banner for the front of the card. Just making sure that we've got the same top to bottom, side to side. And let's cut that out. Got my Gemini here, and I will pop this on here and just run this through. I'm going to actually bring this over with my plate because I want to cut the little notch as well. My plate here at the bottom is getting, well, it's getting a little worse for the wear. So once your green plate, if you use this approach, starts to get really cut into, it's probably time to replace the green plate, right? Because things start to stick. If you're good at cutting banner notches, you can do this freehand. I am not, surprisingly. Not really one of my skill sets. And I can't even sometimes get this one straight, but I do enjoy getting that nice bevel. So what I do is tape it right to my plate and run it through. All right, now let's just trim this down a little bit for the front of our card. Pop it in here and, get it right about there. And now I have a very cute little banner for the card front. So let's attach that and finish up the card. Got a little piece of foam tape from Thermoweb. This is a thinner loft, or it's not as popped up. And I like that for something like this because now, oh, see, I think that's, do I want to, oh, you know what? I needed it to be a tiny bit longer. Now, let's see, how will that look? It's perfect, right? Hello, let's catch up soon. Oh, I love it. That, and get this off here. And now, I'm going to grab my tweezers, and I will put just a little liquid glue on here so that I have the smallest amount of wiggle room, because foam tape really, once it's down, it's down. Let's look for that positioning again. I love that we're breaking right between the E. Oh my gosh, I love it. And then, I found on Wikipedia. Alexa, stop. Sorry about that. She's a little overzealous. I have no idea what triggered her, but look at that. Now, with that in place, I love how that nestles right in here. How fun is that? Now, I probably could have done a little more fill, but you know what? Sometimes the excitement and the unexpectedness of not having fill everywhere, I kind of love it. I've added a few sequins just for fun, and I think it's nice, right? It doesn't have to be crazy, but it definitely gives you, oh, let's get some glue out of there. There we go. Gives you the continuation of the shaker fill, and I think that's kind of fun. I didn't do this on the other card. Beep, meaning I just said beep. Oh, Cathy, it's not beep, it's actually boop. I don't know. What is it? Is it, put your mute on if you don't, if you don't love the boop. But we're going here, boop, and here. Boop. Boop. There we go. Now, we have just a little extra shine. We've got the shaker fill. Oh, I think this is a very good use of a leftover card. And then, of course, if I undo, it's pink on the inside, which I think is kind of fun. So that is my leftover card. We started with this goodness, and taking a leftover, I ended with this. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope this inspires you to do something fun with your leftover pieces. I'm really glad I did this card where normally I just might stick it in the recycling bin, but who knows? Look at the cuteness that ensues. Here are a few more videos that you might be interested in watching, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I'll see you back here with another card project soon.